So the action figures that are going to take on center stage for post-Thanksgiving video. That's the purpose of this video, is to be thankful for whatever we already have. So I already actually have a lot, and it's not just going to be everything that you see right now on screen on this video, but I still have things in storage and displayed in parts of my house. But the purpose going back is to really appreciate the things that we have, instead of just accumulating stuff. Okay, so non-specific, it's not just going to be G.I. Joe classified series, though this channel is really concentrated on the G.I. Joe classified series line, because actually that is also my interest, because aside from military themed action figures, I'm also into the shooting sports. So anyway, so we get back into topic. Let's put figures on the review table. So everything that makes its appearance on the table has already been reviewed or has a video off. So first figure that we're going to showcase is going to be my kitbash version of a Navy SEAL Halo UDT diver. Okay, so let's do a quick 360 view of this action figure. So very modular, so could be a Halo jumper, a UDT operator, or a shipwrecker or a base wrecker. So all of the gear that you need in a nice action figure, action figure is already in this form. So just a few tweaks and you have a different action figure. So second figure that we have on frame is going to be my version of Transformers Prime, Optimus Prime. So let's do a quick 360 view of this action figure. So third figure that we have on screen, actually I consider this a set, is going to be the two favorite variants of Cyborg Superman that I kitbashed. So let's do a quick 360 of these two figures. And for Batman, we have three action figures that are really my favorite. The one that always catches my eye. So I'm a big fan of the Batman the Animated Series. So if you know this action figure from the first action figure wave that Todd McFarlane have produced, so very skinny legs. So this now has the proper proportions. So let's do a quick 360 view of this action figure. So very simple kitbash build, just a little bit of part changes, and it really brought out the beauty of the action figure. Now the next Batman action figure that we're going to put in frame, which is also the Batman figure that always catches my eye whenever I look at my collection, it's going to be the Arkham Knight. So this is going to be my version of the Arkham Knight. So a tweak of changes on the cape, on the head unit, a little bit of drilling on the handsets and on the feet of the action figure to somehow lessen those ball joints and really take out the great details on the action figure. And the last Batman figure that always catches my eye whenever I look at my collection, it's going to be Batman Beyond. So this is going to be my version. So as you could see, we don't have any holes or wing attachments on this action figure. But actually, if you have seen the video recipe of this guy, then you know that I could still attach the original wing set to this base action figure. So this too already has received a change of parts and also a change of some of the components on the joints to make it appear really good. So for Masters of the Universe, I also have two favorite figures. So it's going to be this Kitbash version of He-Man. So this is what I call my ultimate He-Man. So whenever I wish to play with a He-Man action figure, this is the He-Man action figure that I always reach for. And as for villains, my favorite Kitbash villain in my collection is going to be Hordak. So from a Hordak action figure that had very limited articulation, this time this guy has all articulation points free. So no need to do a quick 360 because it's just going to be a cloth cape for the back section. As for Marvel Legends, I have 5 favorite characters or action figures that I already kitbashed. So this is going to be my go-to Marvel Legends play figures. So first is going to be the Punisher, or this version of the Punisher. So let's do a quick 360 view of this build. So next figure that we're going to put into frame is going to be the Wolverine. So instead of the yellow version, I prefer the black version, more tactical. And next that we are going to put into frame is going to be Captain America. So this is my favorite go-to Captain America action figure. So we already modified or fixed the problem with this action figure, which is going to be on the belt line. So we already fixed those and we changed some parts too and added accessories. So let's do a quick 360 view of this figure. And as for my favorites, Cyclops action figure, it's going to be this version. So it's not going to be the X-Men 97, but this is my favorite go-to version of Cyclops. So let us do a quick 360 view of this action figure. And the last, or my top 1 play thing for Marvel Legends, it's going to be my version of Nick Fury. As for my favorite Gundam action figure, it's going to be this version of the Shenlong Gundam from Gundam Universe. So from last year, since we had a lot of the Gundam Universe stuff at Ross, I was able to build this guy. So instead of just one extending arm, this sports 2 extending arms plus a upgrade on its weapon system, or its primary weapon system. And as for the representation of Laruan ni ObiOne, or me, in 6-inch action figure form, it's going to be these 3 action figures. So just in different configurations, I chose the quick kick head sculpt because that is something that I could relate to. Of course, I'm Filipino, I'm an Asian guy, so that is an Asian head sculpt. So this is me in 3 forms. So we have Rambo, we have a samurai, well, my fascination with bladed stuff and quick kick in his modified version, the one with the top. So yep, also represented my interest or my former sport, which is going to be the martial arts. As for Star Wars representation in this channel, so what is it going to be, or who's going to be the character that's going to be represented? The Bad Batch, which we actually already have on the side over there. But actually it's going to be Stormtrooper. So this is going to be my version if I was going to be a Stormtrooper. So the color and the armor that I would like to have on. So let's do a quick 360 of the first figure build from various Star Wars Black Series stuff that we could get at Ollie's Best. And this version does not end here. We have an updated or scaled up version of that Stormtrooper. So this time in 7-inch format. Okay. So we just changed the foot set on this action figure. So yeah, if I was going to be a Star Wars Stormtrooper or Death Trooper, this is going to be how I wish to look, or the weapons that I would want to carry. So let's do a quick 360 of this action figure, and let's hold on that it's not going to fall. Okay, there you go. So as for Trooper, we have these two variants. And the final showcase or figures that are really favorite in this channel, or the builds that are really my favorite. Of course, we're going to save the best for last. G.I. Joe Classified Series. So the table is empty and we're going to bring in the figures that are really I consider my favorite. So let us first start with one. So my kitbash version of Budo. So this is a quick 360 of Budo. The next figure that we're going to put into frame is going to be my version, since I am in the medical profession. So my version of Doc. Okay, so let's do a quick 360 of this action figure build. And as for Airborne, so this is going to be my version of Airborne. Okay, so let's put the light to the side. Okay, because we still have one lamp to cover. Okay, so this is my version of Action Pilot Airborne. And for the Joes, my favorite figure, it's going to be, lately it's going to be this guy. My version of Rock and Roll. Okay, so this is really close to the Rock and Roll figure that I grew up with. So I guess it's going to be the second version, which had the dual Gatling guns. Okay, so this is going to be it. I really love that O-ring version. I really played with it so hard that somehow I really broken the action figure up because of play. So I made a representation of Rock and Roll to the closest that I could get to that version of the figure that I grew up on. As for Cobra, we're going to put into frame 3 action figures. So let's start with action figure number 1. So it's going to be my version of the Viper. So I think final version. But I have several versions of Viper in just different kits. So of all the variations that I have, it's going to be this guy that is going to be my go-to, or the one that always really catches my attention. So let's do a quick 360 view of this action figure. Next figure is going to be my version of the Shadow Tracker. Okay, so I wasn't able to get that action figure, but it's just okay because I really know that I could build one up. So this is going to be my version of Shadow Tracker, so with soft goods material. Oops. Okay, so let's just rotate it by holding on to the action figure. And the last figure that we're going to put into frame, and actually the last figure for this video, is going to be my version of Raptor. Okay, so since the base figure of Raptor that G.I. Joe Classified series put out was really crap, so this is going to be my version. So using different G.I. Joe Classified series parts and accessories, we came up with my final Raptor build. So there we go. So as for Thanksgiving, the action figures that I am really interested in and really currently playing with, so yeah, those are it. So if you like this review, like, comment, and subscribe to help me grow my channel, and see you on the next action figure or custom action figure review.